Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a fantastic day and I hope your stock portfolios are continuing to do great. Today we have a very exciting stock to go over. It's one I mentioned a couple weeks back on our channel. We have a position in it in our public portfolio, and it's a stock that I think has a lot of potential over the next couple of years, and that stock is actually a SPAC called TPGY Beneficial Corp, stock ticker symbol TPGY, and they're set to merge with a company called EVBox, and EVBox is currently the largest charging company for electric vehicles in Europe. They dominate the market. They have a majority of the market in Europe. And right now, EVBox, what they do is they have over 200,000 charging points installed in Europe. They are in over 70 plus countries. They have over 5,000 fast charging stations. And if you look at like a competitor like EVgo, which is another stock I'm very bullish on, this company is so much bigger, generates so much more revenue, and they're probably, since they have such a big presence in Europe for charging stations, they are a clear leader. And as Europe continues to have more adoption of electric vehicles, there's more laws passed to promote sustainable energy and electric vehicles like what Norway is doing, well then this company is absolutely necessary and needed for electric vehicle adoption. You can't have electric vehicles unless you have charging stations, and EVBox is the clear winner in the European market. So we're gonna go over everything you need to know, some big news that was just announced the other day, and what I'm doing with the stock. So if you enjoy this sort of content and you find it helpful, then make sure to like the video down below, subscribe to our channel, turn on the bell notification so you can be notified every time I post a new video like this, and comment down below your thoughts on EVBox and their merger with TPGY. For those of you who are new here, my name is Michael. I'm an investor and entrepreneur. Last year, our public investing account on Patreon, which is currently sitting around $745,000, was up over 105% for 2020. This year, our goal is to get it to $1 million, and we've already up over 35% for 2021 in just less than 2 months. And if you'd like to see what stocks I'm buying and selling in real time, when I buy a stock, when I sell a stock, if you want exclusive content that I don't share on YouTube, if you want access to our Discord, you want to ask me about stocks personally that you're investing in and you want to hear my opinion on it, well then make sure to join our group using the link down below. We have a great time in our community over there. We have hundreds of members and we're always talking about new investments. So make sure to check that out. But anyways, today we're going to talk about EVBox and their merger with TPGY, and that's called TPGY Beneficial. Currently, we don't have a set merger date. We know it's going to happen in early this year, 2021. And right now, the stock price has been on a roll lately. But what I really like about this company is that it is not like a speculative play. It's not like they only have 600 charging locations like stock ticker symbol CLII and EVgo. It's not like that at all. Like I like EVgo, but this company is way more established. They have over 200,000 charging points installed in Europe. They're in over 70 countries. They have over 5,000 fast charging stations. And they're just a dominant and clear leader in the European market. There's no one that comes even close. They are dominant in terms of market share, in terms of charging stations, and in terms of like countries they're in. They're really the dominant player overall. And it's not like they just do regular charging stations. They also have the fast charging ones, and that's going to be crucial moving forward. Companies like EVgo, their competitors, they focus only on fast charging stations, but EVBox has a little bit of everything, and they actually have like not just a little bit, they have a lot of charging stations compared to their competitors. So right now, what I like about EVBox, it's currently a position in our public portfolio, and right now it has a market cap of about $4 billion with the current stock price. That'd be post-merger. And the way you look at it right now is they're projecting revenues of about $450 to $500 million over the next 2 years. And with the way this industry is growing, I think we could see it generate even more revenue than that. And they're continuing to project an over 70% year-over-year growth for 2020 and for 2021 and 2022. So this company is like projected to double every single year. And really, if you're going to have more electric vehicles, you're going to need to have more charging stations. And Europe is really leading the way into adopting electric vehicles. You know, obviously China is definitely leading the way, but we're seeing Norway. Norway has the highest EV penetration. They're the country with the highest EV penetration in the world. And I think we're going to continue to see Europe do the same thing. So with that being said, if you want to own a charging station company for electric vehicles, if you don't want to be invested directly in the electric vehicle market, I would say investing in, you know, materials or charging stations is the next best bet. If, you know, you don't want to invest in Tesla, you want to invest, let's say, in the materials and the charging stations behind a company, I think this company is a great stock to be looking at because, you know, right now valuations of, let's say, you know, Tesla, NIO, XPeng, Li Auto, and all these other electric vehicle companies, ultimately we know Tesla's always going to be around. NIO probably will always be around. But the thing is, a lot of these companies have very high valuations, and we don't know, realistically, we have no clue which of the small EV companies are going to come out on top. So they're more of a gamble. And, you know, high risk, high reward. But with stock ticker symbol TPGY, their merger with EVBox, it's not as much of a gamble because it doesn't matter who comes out on top for electric vehicles, whether it's Lucid Motors, NIO, XPeng, it just doesn't matter which company comes out on top. Because either way, you're going to need to have charging stations. Obviously, NIO is trying to do their own thing with charging stations and, you know, just swapping out batteries. But for most of the companies right now, they need to have charging stations. And if they're in Europe, they're going to probably be using EVBox charging stations because they have a clear market share, like they're a clear market share leader in that space. So I like EVBox right now out of EVBox and EVgo. I would say EVBox is a safer play. They already generate tens of millions of dollars in revenue, and they are a clear leader in the space. EVgo is also a great company that we do own in our public portfolio, but it is more of a high risk, high reward investment. They generate a lot less revenue. They have less than 1,000 charging stations, so it is much higher risk. But either one, I think both of them are good stocks to keep an eye out on, to have in your portfolio, or at least have on your watch list. And currently we do have, I think, a couple thousand shares of this in our public portfolio on Patreon. So if you'd like to see the stocks that we have in there, make sure to join our group. But let me know your thoughts on EVBox, what you think about this company. Do you think it's better to invest in another charging station company, or do you think EVBox is probably going to be the winner and is the best play in that space? I think the leader in Europe down the road could easily be a $35 billion company for charging stations. If you have millions of charging stations generating recurring revenue, I think it easily could be a $30 to $35 billion company. Right now it's at a $4 billion valuation. So that's obviously, let's say, over the next 5 to 10 years, but you can't beat that sort of return. And it's not like I'm unsure if they're going to be around. Like, this company's definitely going to be around. They already have everything in place. It's just going to be keep building on what they already have and keeping that market share position. Obviously, they're not going to be able to have like a 40 to 50%. They're not going to be able to have as much of a market share down the road as more companies start to develop and have, you know, competitive pricing. But right now, they are a clear leader and definitely a stock that I own and I want to keep an eye out for in the coming years. So let me know your thoughts on EVBox. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to get your 4 free stocks, each valued up to $1,600 when you download the Webull investing app using the link down below. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.